I'm Untitled. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited to film this video. I am very excited to have this discussion, this little chit chat while we get into some skincare. I have some new products that I'm using, staples. I'm still exploring, still have things on the way that I'm buying. I'm very much into skincare today, so we're gonna have a chit chat, but it's gonna be an unwind type of video. Let's get into some skincare, you know, just do some nice things, an at-home spa treatment type of vibe. So basically today's discussion is something that I have been struggling with. I think I have struggled with, and I think I have some new coping mechanisms that I've gained along the way in my experience that I would like to share with everyone. And I think it's something that is inevitable in everybody's life. I definitely didn't think it would hit me as hard as it did when it hit me. But today we're going to be discussing rejection. We're going to be discussing rejection while I get into my skincare. The first thing that I'll be using in my skincare, obviously I have not done anything for tonight, haven't done any skincare for the night because I want to do it with you guys as I have this discussion. But I'm going to be using this CeraVe face wash that I got from Clicks. I can't really remember how much this was, but I'll put it on the screen for you guys. And yeah, try it out. I think it's definitely worth the hype. I really like it, really enjoy it. And I use this kind of facial sponge with it to get into my face. Been enjoying using this rather than my hands. I just I feel like I get a better clean with it. So let me go wet my face. Let's just kind of start off with washing my face. Let's see how this is gonna work, because I've got a wet face and wet hands and stuff. This is wet. Damn, I did not think this through. Ugh. This is busy. So basically, this discussion that we're gonna have today is obviously about rejection. I feel like it's something that it was really very, very heavy on my heart, and I just wanted to share with you guys. Obviously, like anything else, share my experience, connect with you guys a little bit more. You let me know how you feel or how you've experienced this particular emotion. It can be a season. It was definitely a season in my life as well. This particular season in your life, how you dealt with it. How are you currently dealing with it? If you aren't dealing with it, why have you put it in the archives and saved it for later? But basically, but for people, it's something so important. It's such an important part, it's such an important aspect, and it's one of those things that I felt like I was never prepared for. That's why this is kind of part of my adulting series as well. It's something that I was never prepared for, that I want to make sure that everybody else, if I can help it, is better prepared than I was, and can hopefully avoid it. Avoid the negative effects of it and not have them as much as I did. Anyways, let me shave my face. This is what I use to shave my face. It is very nice. I like it because it just makes my beads look good. So if I know I'm about to do a nice face beat, I'm gonna shave my face. And I'm finna do my eyebrows. Yeah, this is kind of weird. I was not supposed to wash my face before I shaved it. I was supposed to shave, then wash my face, but I don't know. It's kind of like a double cleanse. I'll wash it again later. So guys, when we're talking about my experience with rejection, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, obviously, like I've mentioned before on my channel, I'm the type of person that kind of is feels very self-sufficient. I always feel like I don't need anybody's help. I'ma get it, and I'ma get it on my own, right? And I've never struggled with that way of moving in life, never struggled with that way of thinking. But obviously, with growth comes, different situations that you need to handle in different ways. And obviously some of those ways that you might be handling something right now is not good for your growth. If you're new here, I am a working young professional. So I'm a full-time student and I do full-time working, a full-time job. So I didn't think of it. I didn't think my life would work out this way. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I never really wanted to study. It was just kind of something that I was just like, again, I'm self-sufficient. Like, I wanted to be in the corporate world. I had seen others do it and do it pretty well, and I feel like the corporate career that I wanted to go along at that time, everybody that I was looking at didn't really study, and everybody could just do it like with a different career and just kind of learn along as they go. At that time, it was property. I wanted to go more so into the property aspect. This was before I discovered like the work that I'm doing now, and this is before I discovered marketing and like how I actually enjoy it, and like how much I actually enjoy creating content, which kind of fit into how much I enjoy marketing as well. I come out of high school and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna look for a job. I'm gonna look for a job and I'm gonna work. School can kind of take the back burner, but obviously didn't, because I have parents who believe in education, of which I'm very glad that they did. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, nothing is a coincidence, guys. Do not believe in coincidences, especially when it comes to like a topic like rejection. You can be rejected for something, a certain aspect right now, and then things work out in your favor later on. That is not a coincidence. That was meant to happen. Do you get me? So yeah, so I decided, no, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna be a self-sufficient babe like I always have. Prior to this, I had obviously applied for varsity. I got accepted into all the varsities that I want to go to. Actually, no, I didn't get accepted into all the varsities that I want to go to. UCT didn't accept me. UCT did not accept me, which I understand. I get that. I get that. I get that. I was reaching. So I get that. I had kind of an idea, okay, it's okay, I'm gonna study, and maybe, who knows, I'm gonna find a job, and a part-time job, that is. It was supposed to be part-time. I'm gonna find a part-time job, and I'm just gonna study and work on the weekends, and it's just gonna be good. It's gonna be good vibes. Lo and behold, I did not know how much of a toll, like, actually searching for a job was gonna be on me. Like, guys, it is so hard. Like, it is so bad. Like you get it, like there's unemployment and there's this and that and third, and like your parents take you to these good schools and you have this degree and you studying this, and you think somebody's gonna take a chance on you and bet on you and put you in a position and see you work. And for me, bro, like, tell me, like, right, bro, I know that I can work, okay? Like, I know that I'm a hard worker and I can do things and make things happen for myself. So when I was still looking for a job, to have like people not see that, which I totally get. Like, you're looking at my CV, I don't have any job experience, I'm just matric, I'm in first year, but like, people do not tell you how depressing job searching actually is. And I just want to put that out there, that like, it was so new to me, because I had just been accepted when I was applying for high school. I had been accepted into all the high schools that I want to go to. Everything in high school that I wanted to do, I got accepted into. Then come outside of school, when now you're lifing, now you're adulting, right? You're working, you're adulting. What happens? What comes at you? Pah! Rejection. Pah! No. Pah! We unfortunately, we have to inform you. Pah! And you're just like, what is going on with the world? What is actually going on with the world? My face has been rinsed, just wiping it down with a cotton pad so that I can apply my clay mask. Guys, I'm fresh. Guys, kumba is fresh. Guys, I'm going to fit. Kumba sam is not clear. Honestly, my skin was never meant to be clear. But I'm using this clay mask from Woolies. I'm gonna apply that on my face and leave it for a few minutes. I really like this mask. It is so good. Oh. There was just like a lot of things coming at me at one go. Like, it was just too much for me to deal. Like, it got really bad. Until one day I came to a breaking point. Now, this was a company that I had been looking at for a very long time. Number one, because it's a local brand, I really appreciate that. I really appreciated what the brand stood for, and I really appreciated the creativity. I just really enjoy like everything about this particular brand. Like I have a vendetta against them. Like it's not like a bad vendetta. Like one day I'm gonna work with this brand and I'm gonna work with them and change them for the better. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, actually one time I went for an interview and you guys rejected me. Da 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 da. So it had been a long time coming. I had been applying for jobs for a very long time, almost for like from maybe like February 2021 up until like September, October 2021. So you do the math. I don't know if that's like 6 months or what, but it was a very long time for me. And come this interview, I go to the interview. I really enjoyed the interview. I felt very confident. And then I got told that I would get a response in the next day or two. I'm sitting there waiting and I was so confident. I knew I was going to get this job. Like there was no way in heaven or HELL that I was not going to get this job. Anyways, I'm at home chilling, and then we're going to get SMSs that kind of like updates us whether we've been chosen for the job or not, if we've been shortlisted or not. Oh, young in SMS. Thank you for interviewing with us. Kwang, kwang, kwang. Unfortunately, you have not been chosen for this role. All that other mess, or this, that, and the third child. It was just a bunch of mess. Buffet, guys, I'm strong, yabo. Guys, I'm strong. Yep, but the way I cried that day, it was so bad. Like I was broken. I was so broken. Never been called in for an interview. Like I never sat down formally at like an interview with other people, like with hiring people, and just like it was my first time. I was like, whoa, I'm getting this far. Like I'm already like praying about it. I really love this brand. Like, you know, I'm like, this is mine. I'm gonna get it. Let's roll. I would remember I was on the call with my best friends. Oh, all my friends were like there for me and like they were helping me. My mom was just like, it was about grand. Okay, well, not my mom was like, it was about grand, but like in a tough love type of way. She was just like, oh no, you can't be upset. Like these things happen. Like you want to be an adult, you want to start working. This is gonna happen. This is gonna start happening even at work, of which it does. Like I'm gonna get into how that rejection kind of prepared me for what I'm doing right now in my life. It like, unfortunately, everything does happen for a reason. Not even unfortunately, fortunately for us, everything does happen for a reason, and you should be grateful. I was crying. I don't know how, but my uncle called me. He was like, Nana. He calls me Nana. He's like, Nanas, don't be upset. You know what you're gonna do? You're just gonna message them. You're gonna email them and ask them like, what could you do to prepare yourself for other interviews? Like, where did you go wrong? Why weren't you the right fit for them at that time? And I did that. And we were supposed to go to Drakensberg that day, and I was like, I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to go. I just want to wallow in my own self-pity. And my mom would not let me. Like, my parents would not let me. They were just like, no. And at the time, I thought it was very selfish of them to not allow me to go through what I was going through at that time the way I wanted to. But to be quite honest, had they done that, I don't know if I was gonna be like if I was gonna have the strength to keep going and like looking for a job or anything like that. I don't know if I was still gonna have the strength, because it was nice to get away from home, from where I was like wallowing in my own self-pity, to like a vacation with my family where we had so much fun. I vlogged it. You better watch the vlog. I will link it right there, right now. It's a card. Watch it. Oh my god, I'm the only one awake right now, and like I'm so scared. But anyways, fast forward after that, I go into other job searches. Now I'm looking at like I'm looking at like part-time roles. Keep in mind, I'm looking at part-time roles. I'm looking at things that like are very student-like, very fun, creative type of things, like things that I think fit my personality a lot. And people are aware that I'm on the job market. I'm building my LinkedIn. I stayed on LinkedIn. I stayed on job sites. I stayed on Twitter, hashtag jobs SA. I stayed on all those things, on all those platforms. I was there. I was camping day in, day out, guys. Like, yo, I was working, right? and then something else comes along and they want to interview me for something else. There's a different company now wanting to interview me. I prep for that interview. I learn about the brand, and it's very nice as well. Like I really loved it. Like I was like, yeah, this for me. I interview, and I was studying, and it happened on a day where I normally have school for 3 days in a week. So it'd be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, there's no school. So it happened on like one of those days where the day after I didn't have school. I remember doing that interview. My goodness. I'm just thinking about it right now. I remember doing that interview, and I sat there and I spoke about everything. I felt really confident, and it was here in the lounge. And obviously, if you watch my other vlogs, you would know that in my room there's like a door with like a glass screen, so I can see kind of through to the dining room. And my mom and my little sister were watching me from the dining room, and they were like taking pictures, like, thumbs up, like you're doing great, because it was like over Zoom. So I'm sitting there and I'm just, and I remember afterwards, when I was done, I kind of walked out and I was like, okay, I did the best that I could. It is what it is. And then I remembered the things that I could have said, that I could have done better. And then afterwards, I just fell into like this acute depression. Like it was so bad. Like even my mom at that time was just like, I won't allow you to put in another application. I won't allow you to do another interview with any type of future employer ever again. If every time you do this, you go into this kind of depression-like state, it is not good for you. It is so important that if you're in the job market, if you're in any type of like market where you're trying to avail yourself, when you're basically trying to be a pick-me, when you basically want to get chosen, you want to get picked, you want to go for something, it is so important that you check in with yourself and you check in on your mental health. I cannot stress that enough. You want a model and you're looking for an agency, check in on your mental health while you're doing whatever you do. When a plumber, when a lawyer, whatever you want to do, whatever position that you want to get put in, like if you buy action, if you buy volunteer at a kid's home, and like basically you want to avail yourself for someone and you want to get chosen, and you think this is the place that you are called to, check on your mental health. Check in on your mental health so that when rejection comes, it doesn't hit you and you fall flat on your face, because that's what I did. I fell flat on my face and I was like, I can't see. I couldn't see a way forward. It was so bad. Rejection definitely had like its own season. Like it held like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus episodes in my life. So it was a whole season that I went through, and I don't think it's something that like we talk about being resilient. We talk about not giving up a lot more, which is good. Like those are good qualities. Resilience is a good characteristic, but we don't talk about the preparation that you need if and when the rejection comes, because it will. In whatever sphere of life, it could come, it could happen, and that's just the reality of it. So again, I took to Instagram and I asked you guys how you dealt with rejection. Got the notepad right here. Obviously for me, it resulted in like this weird depression-like state, because it triggered a lot of emotions, and it contradicted what I had believed that I could do for myself, being self-sufficient and all of that, which was never the case. Like, I don't know why I did that. We were talking about like rejection and the things that can come from rejection. Somebody said that it can create a lot of resentment, and like you can't really deal with that a lot. And I get that. You feel resentment, like even now, like when I look back at all those situations when people didn't want to choose me, like I feel resentment. Like if I could, I would definitely clap back. Best believe, like I would definitely give them a piece of my mind and want to show them, look at me now. Look at me now. You could have had all this, but what did you do? Nothing. You didn't do nothing. So that's why you finna miss out, and I'm never da-da-da-da. But like, what does that do? Like, number one, no one cares. They don't care. Secondly, rejection can come in an aspect. Obviously, I'm discussing it in a way that's very like corporate wise, but we can also definitely speak about rejection in like relationship wise. Like, let's get into that. But after I rinse my face, I think my face is like definitely dry. We can rinse her. I love this brand. If we're talking about rejection in like relationship, I can't really speak much about, you know, romantic relationships because never quite be rejected. But first of all, you probably don't like them, and it's a good thing that they rejected you because they don't like you. And why should you deal with that? Why should you deal with people who aren't fully honest and transparent with you? And you take the long route to hurt. You take the long route to hurt. No, about and reject you now, and you have that emotion now, rather than waste your time, get hurt, then have to restart building. It's okay. Come on, Lana. Dip my toe. Rather than pants. Now so no. So if we're talking about relationship rejection, good. Oh, by the way, I'm using this vitamin E eye cream. Another result that someone said about rejection is that it taught them that they can take care of themselves. That sounds like some deep rejection that I've never experienced. Like, I've experienced rejection, but I never experienced it to a point where I felt like I couldn't depend on anyone. That is hectic. Anyways, I'm moving on to my night cream, my moisturizer. Again, by African Extracts. Love this babe so much. Yep, she's almost finished. There's a skincare buffet. Do you know, yesterday I went to bed without washing my face or brushing my teeth. So I definitely need this. Another thing that rejection can lead to is the fear to try again. I know it can be like very like hard. Somebody spoke about willpower, and like when you experience so much rejection, you lose willpower. That is definitely true. That is so true. But then again, like there's always something behind like something. Like this is the face value of something, and then behind it is something else. Like judging the book by its cover, like looking at someone and thinking, oh, they mean, but no, they just have an RBF and they're not really a B word. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like there's a lot of things like that don't seem the way they are. My mom always tells me that things are not worse as they seem, and honestly, they never have been, because your brain puts you in a situation and creates these situations where it makes things ever seem so bad, so that when you do get rejection and when you do come to a point where you get disappointment, because disappointment and rejection are like this, they're like best friends, right? So when you do get to that point, it's not as bad on the brain. Do you get me? Same way the brain will try to conceal trauma and like low-key make you forget about trauma because it just can't handle it. Your brain is very smart. Your brain is very smart, and you need to be more smarter and very self-aware. I'm gonna use my serum. I love this baby so much. Oh, look at that. Look at my eyebrows and how clean my eyebrows are. I'm about to close this video, and I don't really have a conclusion on how you can deal with rejection. Quite honestly, I'm still experiencing it right now, and I'm experiencing it right now so much. I have become numb to it, but not in a bad way, where like I create like resentment and like more resentment, and I just like I've created a drive for myself in a sense. Like it gets to that point if you're doing it for the right reason and efficiently checking yourself often. I wish I could tell you something and be like, yeah, you can just do this and you know rejection will go away, but it really doesn't, because you will experience rejection all throughout your life and in different forms, and it will catch you by surprise, and you will cry and you will get up. That's why I create these videos, so that if I made a mistake and I ain't tell you something, why am I trying to talk while I'm putting my lips? It's not easy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I don't have a conclusion for you. That's why I can't really tell you how to deal with it. You're just gonna have to, like, it's one of those things that you just learn as you go. And to be quite honest, the best way that you have learned, the best way that you can learn is when you get thrown into the deep end. Just proper into the deep end, just paddle. Survive. But learn a lesson from that. You know, it's like, honestly, like sometimes this adulthood thing is sink or swim. Like I was talking about it today, like nobody actually tells you like how little it is when the Bible says, pick up your cross and follow me. Nobody thinks it's that literal. It is that literal. I'm telling you, if the universe said go, you better go. And if you're like me and you're a Christian and God has given you a vision and God has given you a purpose, that purpose can definitely become a burden to you. Pick up that burden, pick up your cross, and follow Christ. This is what I want to say too when I'm talking about rejection. You can look at it from this way, right? You can either receive a blessing and you get what you want, you receive a blessing, or you can either receive rejection. A blessing, behind it always comes a burden. You get a new car, petrol prices go up. It's a blessing, and we appreciate blessings, and blessings are amazing. We love them. But to be honest, they come with work too. Now, rejection, behind it comes revelation. What's the definition of revelation? It's when a fact that was unknown to you before is now become clear and transparent, and now you know about it. That's what Google says. So with rejection, you learn something new. There was something there about your own characteristics that you didn't know. There was something there about how you are moving, or your methods to move in a particular way you didn't know. Now you know. So rejection kind of got you out of that mess before you got yourself into that mess. So don't be crying about situations that you should be grateful for. You know, like I feel like dang, like I look back at my life and I'm glad you rejected me. I would not be experiencing what I'm experiencing right now. Like dead ass. Like I'm going through a season again where I'm just kind of like, I've seen this pattern before. And now when I get rejected, I'm always like, I bet, what can I learn from this? Like, can you give me any tips? Can you let me know how I can better myself? I bet I'm gonna better myself. And haha, I'm not gonna better myself for you, because you didn't want me. I'm gonna better myself for the next person, for the next job, for the next organization, for the next whatever that I wanna do. I'm gonna better myself for that. And now you're gonna miss out. But that shouldn't be your attitude. I'm joking. That should not be your attitude, but like, that should not be your attitude. You should do it because it's genuinely coming from the inside of you and it is good for you. Yeah. Somebody else on Instagram said, destiny delayed is not destiny denied. Something like that. I don't know if I'm saying, please correct me if I'm saying that wrong. I'm telling you, rejection is a very weird thing. It's a very weird thing. It's a very sideways thing. That babe really does get you. But we're bigger than that. And I hope by me sharing my experience with it and sharing how I've kind of went along about it, how I kind of went along the process, I hope that, like, honestly, you look at a situation where you might have felt like you weren't good enough, where you might have felt like you could have done better when you know that you gave it your all. I hope you give yourself grace. And I hope you give yourself the time to kind of like recoup, rethink about it, restructure, pivot if you need to pivot, and just kind of roll with the punches. Roll with the punches gracefully though. Gracefully, in a way that actually is good for your own self-development. I really do. Like, I really hope from the bottom of my heart that is you, because that definitely was not me. And that's why I'm letting you guys know that you should be better than me. You should be better than me. God, I've been talking so much. It is, what's the time? Oh, it is currently 11 o'clock. I have work tomorrow, guys. So I'm gonna end off this video right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I'm now asking you, what type of rejection have you experienced in your life? How did you deal with it? If you are dealing with it, are you continually working on it? Is this something that you've experienced again? And what were your coping mechanisms this time? Let us know down in the comments. Like, y'all help me. Help me, please. I just really hope that I was able to share some insight that also gave you perspective on something, better perspective. everybody heals and grows in different ways, but I hope that you only like bury yourself like this because you're planting yourself. You're planting yourself to grow and be fruitful and just be pretty and amazing and just, you know, we love to see that. We love to see that. Guys, angakhuluma. Honestly, I'm just showing you guys the skin. You better look at it. Look at the skin. Look at the skin. Anyways, guys, okay. Let me close this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. Thank you guys for allowing me to post on a Sunday as well. I know you'll be coming at me for not posting on a Wednesday, but I really wanted to get this video out to everyone. I did plan. ISCOM didn't allow me to be great. But you know, I love you and I'll see you guys in my next video.